Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Warzone breakdown. In today's video, we will be spectating some random quads. Now, the beauty behind my spectating series is we're going to be walking through this gameplay and discussing the things that the players we're spectating may be doing wrong, as well as the enemies we encounter. The point of this is to put us in their shoes in a stress-free environment, because we all know damn well when we're in the middle of playing, we don't really analyze our own gameplay. So hopefully you guys notice some mistakes you're making and maybe learn something new. And if you do, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel today. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the gameplay. I'll go ahead and kill myself, because you do not want to dive the guy who actually went to the gulag on accident, because then you have to spectate him all game. Now, one of my favorite things about spectating randoms is you never know what you're going to get. Sometimes you get some cracked out sweaty squads, and sometimes you get some body squads. But right now, off the bat, we're spectating done. Blue is down, and notice how our squad's not even attempting to go over there. Also notice how blue didn't ping a single enemy. If you look on the map right now, there's still fighting going on over here, and blue, while he was down crawling, didn't ping a single person. First teamwork mistake right there. Guys, if you're on a squad and if you have teammates, make sure you're pinging the enemies even if you're down. All right, we took out one guy. Again, they're fighting right now. I would definitely go ahead and third party. The moment that blue went down as a squad, I would have started backing him up. We probably wouldn't have made it to him to get the res off, but still, you want to go ahead and utilize that opportunity to swiftly make an approach to your teammate and try to help the situation out. Now, right now, we're going through the same entrance. I don't like this. I want to surround the building to the best of my ability. That way, these guys might not be able to get a triple kill. Because if we're all coming through the same doorway and that guy would have been cracked out, he would have just headshotted all three of us and we wouldn't have stood a chance. So, guys, especially this building, for example, we have a front door, back door, and two side doors. Let's come at him from a different angle, shoot him from different positions. Because if he's hiding behind something, like that container right there, your teammates come up behind him, on the side of him, and shoot him while you're contesting the player from the front end side. But right now, again, we need to get our teammate back. We're waiting for him to get out of the gulag. Hopefully he wins. But in the meantime, pick up this bounty, my dudes. You got to go for the bounties. Whether you want to play it passive or aggressive, bounties are always a must in my opinion. Now, if you want to get a scav for your loadout, that's fine. But I do not see a scav anywhere, or I did not see a scav anywhere before we picked up the bounty. Let's see how this player reacts. Normally, players who have bounties on them usually just sit in the same building. But this guy looks like he's actually on the move, and he may take the helicopter. Okay, this is another thing too. Like, I don't mind them looting right now, but guys, you have two teammates literally going in for the bounty, trying to get the kill. We don't know if it's a full squad, and Dunn is sitting here literally just continuing to loot. But not only that, blue is looting with us. Why are we looting the same shit? Oh, here we go. We're gonna go ahead and switch players. Guys, look, a lot of players do like the recon drones, but I'm telling you right now, the moment you lay prone or sit somewhere and you pull out that drone, you're putting your body exposed. You're in a very vulnerable state because you can't see anything around you. You're relying purely on the drone. That's not something you want to do. I'm not a fan of it at all. I don't think it's a good tool. Now, when I mention that in videos, a lot of people in the comments get, they get a little heated. They're like, bro, I like using the drone because I can see where the enemies are. Plot twist. You can actually see where they're at if you're looking around the map. We do have enough for money. We've marked the buy station, but we're still sitting here picking up grenades and switching out weapons. Come on, man. Come on, time is of the essence. We should have already, all of us should be here right now. Blue, orange, green, light blue, let's go. And the reason why this is a big deal is, again, players are super aggressive. No matter what lobby you're in, no matter what KD, the whole concept of bronze and diamond lobbies is so past tense, it's not even funny. With reverse boosting and SBMM just being completely botched as it is, every lobby is going to have a sweat team in it. So guys, make sure you get your shit as fast as possible, because the longer we sit in this area trying to wait for our stuff, the more time another sweaty squad has to come to us and shit down our throat. Also, pay attention to the map too. We can see cluster strikes coming from the hill, going to this building as well. And there's a lot of players here. There are two teams already here, and then you have a team on the hill. So you're talking about three teams possibly. So if you're wanting to go ahead and get aggro and go for kills, this is, of course, the must of a push. Let's see what ends up happening. I don't like the fact that we're pushing this as this squad. I would definitely push it, but the lack of teamwork from this squad is overwhelming. All right, not really sure what we were trying to do on that one. Again, notice how we're all clustered up together. Guys, look at the map. We don't even need to see the fight right now. We don't even need to see it. Look at the map. Let's approach from different angles. Stop clustering together. And the longer we sit here, the more opportunity we have to get third partied. And there, right there, we have an enemy team in Boneyard shooting us from the back end side. And again, there are still 3 teams here. Lack of teamwork is what cost this team their lives. If they would have pushed this compound from different angles and just rushed in, they could have been inside the compound, safe from Boneyard. And on top of that, they could have actually put pressure on the enemy. If y'all are just standing here like this is the American Revolution in a perfect line with muskets and shit, you're gonna get destroyed. Stop doing that, guys. Sorry, guys, pouring my sneak energy. Guys, don't want to get cracked out and not play like these guys are playing. Make sure you purchase sneak energy. It gives you the drive, it gives you the energy, and it doesn't have a crash. That's the best part. It's the only reason why I really love this shit. It tastes good and there's no crash. Guys, make sure you check it out. Use code SAVAGE at checkout. Link is in the description below. All right, next up, we have Adamson and his squad. And look at this, guys. Look at this. We've got Blue way by himself. We've got Light Blue way out here on the outskirts. No idea what he's doing. And then we have 2 of us about to take on multiple teams once again. I'm going to assume we're going to go into Boneyard. And as you guys can see there are 2 teams. Not sure who's ghosted, not sure who's not. Also, guys, when you're navigating like this, make sure you put yourself within the compound and stop leaving your entire left-hand side exposed to guys on the hill, right? Now, I didn't know they were there, but you always want to play like the hills, the high ground is going to have players on there because most of the time it will. As you're navigating from one spot to another, make sure you're trying to play cover and concealment. Those guys didn't stand a chance, though. We just took them out like it was nobody's business. See how they play this. So we're going into a possible 2v6, maybe even a 2v8. There's only 6 targets pinged on the mini-map. But again, I would assume always that there's a full squad here. Let's see if they go ahead and push this. Notice though, oh man, Big Bertha's giving our position away. I don't like that at all. Doesn't matter. We're able to slide cancel on the corner and absolutely beam the asshole in the building. Still rocking. There you go. I'm about to say we need to switch to our close range weapon. Never mind. He switches right back and 1, 2, 3. And last one is in the cubby. Let's go ahead and take him out as well. That's all she wrote. See, this is more how you collapse on a team right here. You come at it from 2 different angles. Granted, I wasn't a fan of the Big Bertha pulling up right behind us as we're sneaking up on the enemy. But still, we rolled through the enemies. This is how you need to play. Stop this long drawn out. I'm gonna sit here and kind of take some picks, play it up, take some picks, play it up, and have this long distance fight. Close the gap, get in, get out, and move on. That's exactly what we did. We were in that fight for maybe 15 seconds at best, and we're already going on to the next spot. And again, using this momentum and this skill, we're going to be able to have, I mean, look at this money, dude. $40,000 plus. UAVs are going to be, you know, UAVs won't be anything for us to get. We got an enemy to the right-hand side as well. Orange is not paying attention, but green is, thankfully. The enemy looks, there he goes, finally crossing out. That's kind of ballsy, I'm not gonna lie. The moment that enemy right there heard shots at his teammate, he shouldn't have just pushed out there. He should have looked to his right. If he just would have glanced in our direction, he would have been like, all right, maybe I won't run in the open, and maybe I can actually survive this fight. Granted, a 1v4 is always gonna be a difficult task, but at least you give yourself a chance. I get you want to help your teammate out, but again, make sure you can get to your teammate alive. You're not helping anybody if you end up dying trying to save them. All right, so here we are. Looks like we're just going to be splitting off, doing our own thing. We have a team that's pretty competent and pretty confident in their gameplay. I was not expecting this from the initial team that we ended up spectating. But just like I said, guys, with that first team, no matter what lobby you're in, you're always going to have a sweaty team in there trying to run the server. So guys, make sure you're always in and out of the buy stations, in and out of areas as fast as possible. Try not to stay in one spot for too long. The moment you make noise, the moment you pop up on the mini map, the moment that you piss off an enemy, other players will be converging on your area. So get in, get out, and roll. All right, Ludwig. I'd like to see Ludwig buy an advanced UAV. We've got plenty of money for it. Him sitting on $27,000 isn't helping anybody at all, except for the enemy that kills him. Not really sure who to spectate right now. Everyone seems to be pretty competent when it comes to the gameplay. Everyone's kind of scanning for targets. We have a bounty, unfortunately, way downtown, so that's a huge vibe kill. And we do have an enemy, looks to be towards the fire station area. That's where he popped up originally. All right, Ludwig finally making his way. Now, advanced UAV, again, is definitely the key. One, we're struggling finding enemies, especially since we're so spread out. Because we're spread out, we should have a good chance as a squad to get more kills. But unfortunately, again, no one's around any of our players. There we go. Advanced UAV up, and wow. Wow, dude. We have 27 enemies marked on the map. Sorry, it took me so long. There's only like a handful of players actually not on the advanced UAV. All right, so since most of the players are over here, definitely with this squad as aggressive they are and as competent as they are, I won't be surprised if we see them kind of go in on downtown and TV station. These guys are coming right to us. We can get a good position and kind of gatekeep them. I would rather get my ass to the rocks or this ledge. That way we can catch them in the open. You have two guys running in the ravine. Should be easy beams. I was not expecting that. I'm gonna be 100% honest. All right, no comms have come out to our teammate yet. Our teammates have no idea we're in trouble. We need to go ahead and get a ping going, let them know what's going on. Maybe they're in Discord, who knows, because now they're finally converging. Look at this, look at this, look at this! You hate to see a good player go down to somebody laying prone under a trailer. I hate it for him, honestly, I really do. Oh my gosh. But he still has his ghoulie, so we should be okay. And I'm pretty sure Adamson was the one that was on an absolute banger right now. I think he had 13, maybe 14 kills. All right, and again, how this team wants to play is completely up to them. It looks like Green's going to go ahead and get as aggro as he possibly can. Let's go spectate Green real quick and see what he's popping off with. Unfortunately, Adamson did lose his gulag. Doesn't matter how good you are. Gulag, sometimes you win some, you lose some. It is what it is. All right, there's Green. Green's in a bad spot, trying to go for the buy. We've got enemies on ping to our right-hand side, and we are on the low ground, and I would assume all these enemies they have the high ground. We are in pursuit right now. People are chasing us. We need to go ahead and get some bunny hops around the corner. He tries, but unfortunately not able to solidify the kill. Good effort on him. I'm glad to see him try to at least make an escape by B-hopping around the corner, trying to break the camera and get some shots off on him. Unfortunately, we're not able to beam mid B-hop, and we do go down. Now that's the downfall about downtown. If you're playing aggressive, you got to follow the kills. I get it, but downtown's such a pain in the ass because even if you see 20 blips there, most people will be on the rooftops and it's going to be very hard to contest them. Be long, drawn out fights. Most wanted bounty right here. It should be a very easy given. Approaching the compound kind of cautiously. Right about now, I'd go ahead and use UAV because the last thing I would want to do is hold on to my UAV and then all of a sudden enemies are up here, enemies are peeking these buildings right here, and we kind of come up here blind when we really don't have to. He's going to hold on to it just for a little bit longer, but again, we should probably call it in because we still have $19,000. It's not like this is the last UAV we'll ever get. And the only reason why I would like the UAV up now is because moments ago we did see 3 or 4 pings here. Dropping our money just in case we die. I can respect it. We're going in with dead silence. Pushing the most wanted bounty. Great play, honestly. I don't know about that. I wouldn't have wasted the cluster strike at all. I wouldn't have wasted a cluster because that's kind of what I expected the enemy to do. We were coming up here in a perfect stealthy mission to get the kill. Would have been a very easy 1v1. Not only did our teammate waste his cluster strike, but also he alerted the enemy of our presence, and the enemy almost made an escape. Ludwig just absolutely beaming these guys. Love the accuracy, love the gameplay, love the movement. We got 10 kills, we've got 8 kills, we've got 9, we got 12. We almost have all teammates on double-digit banger right now. All right, looking at the circle as well, we do have a FU Mountain Hospital in downtown area. With this circle in mind, I would rather play the hill. That's just on me. Now, there's benefits to playing downtown and hospital and the hill, and there's negatives to all as well. Again, downtown, I have a feeling is going to get pushed out because the majority of the circle is on this side of the open ravine. That's how I always split my circles, using open streets, open areas, things like that. So I would imagine the circle would finish either the hill or hospital. Now, that's why I wouldn't go downtown. The reason why I'd want the hill is because if you're downtown and the circle does rotate up the hill, away from hospital and away from downtown, you're going to have to walk up this hill, and it's going to be a very hard fight, especially if there's enemy on the high ground. So again, I don't want to be on the high ground. That way I can gatekeep anybody who needs to come to me. And on the flip side, even if the circle does go hospital or does go downtown, we can still work our way down using a lot of cover. It's easier to move down the hill than it is to move up. Again, as a squad, we're sitting on a lot of money. We can go ahead, we got a UAV, go ahead and buy another UAV. Adamson should be dropping his money to his teammates. Notice this is kind of questionable. For such competent players, we're not even looking. Oh shit, yo, he might be hacking, fam. I'm pretty sure Adamson might be using walls. And I'm getting this because he's got no observation. I mean, we didn't even scan the left-hand side. It's like he knew nobody was there, and then he's up here, no movement. We can't really see anything. A lot of trees, a lot of cover, and he instantly marks an area, and he's pretty confident too because we're just tunnel vision up here. Let's see how he approaches this fight. He may be using walls, boys. No UAV pings, nothing to identify an enemy here. I may be wrong, but it was just kind of weird how a team that's actually playing so well, as they're moving in the open, they're not even looking to the right or the left. That's usually a sign of a newer player or a player just doesn't know. And usually with that, you don't have double-digit kill game from all 4 of the squad members. But he may have seen something I didn't see. I definitely didn't notice any movement. 2 more guys downhill. Let's see what we go ahead and do. No, maybe he's not using walls because he completely ignored that entire enemy as he was running out in the open. Very risky on Ludwig to kind of challenge the enemy down the hill. Again, utilize that top point, that little ridge, to head glitch the enemies and look down on them. I don't know why he left that head glitch to kind of push down towards them. He literally put himself into a 1v4 and we were not able to go ahead and clean up all the kills and save his ass. Okay, I don't know what we're doing right now. Enemy's coming to us, but there's no reason why we can't, again, peek down the ridge and shoot him before he gets to us. We're allowing the enemy to close the gap. It's unfortunate, but we're allowing the enemy to close the gap and get closer to us, which is not what you want to do. I do like the fact that we're relocating. I don't know if I agree with this, to be honest. So I like the fact that we're relocating by not sitting in the same spot and allowing the 2 enemy teammates to come get us. I would have stayed on this ridge though and just moved around to a different area. Not really sure why we bailed out of that fight. I'm going to be honest. We left the high ground. We left the safety net to come down here in an area where we're going to have to move back up. It's a little questionable. And Adamson, I apologize for accusing you of walls. It was just very weird. It's weird seeing Adamson play. I'm gonna be honest. Like sometimes he's super aggro and super aggressive and makes the right moves, and sometimes he just does the dumbest shit in the world. Again, leaving the high ground to put himself in a few buildings to eventually have to go back up. And he realized that. He's like, fuck, I'm gonna try to make my way back up the hill. And lo and behold, he gets beamed. He would have stayed on the high ground. He never would have put himself in this bad position to get killed. It was questionable from the beginning. And then that question was actually answered with the death. Here we are now navigating towards the enemy. Very questionable how, again, not lining up trees and cover with the enemy. Don't understand the deady push right here. We're just laying prone, trying to play it up. Now we're making our way up the hill. We might be able to get some surprise on the enemy. All right, but unfortunately, now we have Kimmich left. These guys literally just locked up and froze, and they're going to throw the game. This probably was the best team in the match, I would assume. But you guys see how they collapsed. And Blue is just sitting here, not even attempting anything, sitting in the open with the entire hill in front of us. All the enemy's got to do is look down. There's an enemy on the right-hand side. I'm not really sure what's going on right now. Again, there's multiple teammates right there. So even though we're waiting patiently for someone to make a mistake, we got 2 more enemies that's going to be ready for us for this pick. So again, move around, navigate the hills, try to maintain the high ground, going back to when we had the hill, and some reason we left the hill. Weird how the team on the hill is probably gonna win. It's absolutely weird. Who would have ever thought that shit? Probably everyone watching this video. So now we have a 3v2 going on right now. Let's go ahead and see where they're at. It's very questionable that nobody's on this hill. They could possibly be in the tunnel if I had to guess. That's probably exactly where they're at, sitting there watching the entrance. Also, guys, that strategy is not a good one. Please don't do that to yourself. You're really relying on this tunnel being safe in the next circle, because now what's happening, once again, the team on the hill is probably going to go ahead and win. Oh, weird. Now we got to be careful how we fight this. We can still throw. I've seen teams throw a lot worse than this, but it doesn't matter. We get the solidification on the win. GG. Wolfpack, thank you guys for watching the video. Again, the beauty behind spectating randoms is to put ourselves in positions of enemies that we may encounter one day for multiple reasons. 1, we can watch the mistakes that they're making and hopefully learn from them and avoid them ourselves. 2, we can kind of see positions they put themselves in and again, avoid doing that as well. And also 3, we kind of get a little bit more idea of what to expect from the enemies that we end up playing. No matter what lobby we're in, once again, guys, it doesn't matter. There's always going to be a sweaty team in there, reverse boosting or just SBMM messed up and put them in your lobby. Be ready for it because it will happen. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel today, and until next time, you have a good one and good luck in Warzone.